Welcome to the 2025 Axpona show here in Schaumburg, Illinois. Josie, tell us what we have going on in this show.
You know what? We're just going to have Josh do this.
Hey everyone, welcome to Axpona 2025. Next Level HiFi is going big in our backyard show here. We've got 7 full rooms, including one with Audio Group Denmark, in which we're debuting 3 new products. So make sure you watch to the end. You don't want to miss any of this stuff.
What's your response today?
Fantastic.
Only 16 floors and 17 stops. Welcome to the 16th floor. It is pure chaos up here. We are going to go either way and catch some good rooms. Hi. Doesn't matter. I'm just trying to catch a candid reaction. Josie, there's been a lot of chatter up on the 16th floor, and what's the question everyone keeps asking about these things?
Yeah, where's everything at? Where's the equipment? It's just the speakers.
Let's go have a listen.
What we're listening to this room, Tyler, is the Diva Utopias, which is an extension of the existing successful Utopia lineup. It is not your traditional active loudspeaker. It is a completely self-contained, full-blown, high-resolution audio system featuring Naim's electronics from our sister company Naim, handmade 400 watts of power of amplification built into each unit. So what we have is a 100% self-contained, best Naim streamer we could put in there, quality Naim, Class AB amplification built in, dual woofers on each side, mid-range on the front, and the Utopia tweeter on top.
The finish is awesome, stunning, maybe too modern, maybe too industrial for my space. What do I do if I want this speaker, but I don't want this finish?
Very easy. So we're always going to ship these. This is actually a very desirable finish, but if you want to change the colors, we're 30 to 60 days away from shipping our replacement panels.
Check that out.
These panels offer nothing to the performance of the product. These are strictly there to give the intended finish that we wanted these speakers to have.
Well, thank you so much, David. You're doing a phenomenal
Thank you,
job
buddy.
here. Great
Yes.
show.
That's one of my abilities.
Yeah. Wow. Morton, all we had to do was say interview to get the sweet spot? Oh, yeah, wow.
I don't smell.
Yeah, wow. Morton, how is it going, my friend?
It's going very well. My fourth show.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, you should just import yourself. Forget Denmark.
Yeah, no, but I'm really thinking about it.
All right.
Really.
Yeah, all right. Well, Greenland might be coming out. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. This finish is stunning.
T1 Silver Supreme Edition, this one. Michael wanted to do something different with the design, and he had a look at various luxury boats, and then he found out, let's try and make high gloss speakers again, and then combine it with some carbon. We kept nothing from the O series, except for the motor system. Maybe we are still using the neodymium magnets with the silver rings here because it works fabulous.
Yeah.
But what we learned from the M1 speakers, we tried to trickle down to this, and it carries a lot of the same similarities. The basket for the driver, it is not in zirconium, but it's in 3D printed titanium. Then we worked with the membrane here. The old membrane, it worked really good, but the spread toe carbon, it is better material.
Okay.
It makes it more stiff, more strong, and then with this rising on it, it makes it even stronger. I think we're talking about a membrane here that has the same weight as the old membrane, but is twice as strong as stainless steel.
Whoa.
So you combine that with the motor system, you get much more of this incredible speed that we had in.
So
in the
light,
Oceans.
strong, and powerful.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Yeah.
a wonderful combination for a
Just like
speaker.
me.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like you and me. What do we got here?
We have the i288.
Okay.
So-
Brand new. I've never seen one before.
No, that's the first one here.
Okay.
You have some experience with the U288.
Yep.
This is the integrated version without DAC and streamer.
Okay.
But on the other hand, you get our built-in analog crossover here.
Oh, very cool.
And when it's AC coupled, you can actually use the crossover without adding an extra pair of interconnects. That's actually a world premiere.
Wow.
Yeah.
Another world premiere. We've been saying that a lot with these guys.
Yeah, this weekend, yes. This is the SD288.
SD, so that stands for Streamer DAC,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
So what we learned from the SD880.
Yeah. Our favorite.
Yeah. It's something you can't help but loving it.
It is the best Streamer DAC I've ever heard. It's amazing.
Yeah. It works really good. This is a downscale version of it. Okay. And you have all the similarities. You have the same continuum DAC that Michael developed for the 880, but in a downscale version here.
So this is the DAC-less DAC technology again.
It is DAC-less DAC.
DAC-less DAC.
Yeah.
I'm still scratching my head, but someone like Michael can explain it to me one day. So this DAC-less DAC technology, which started out at 70 grand, now you can maybe get in an Aavik somewhere closer to 15, 25, and 30 or something like that.
Yeah, in that area.
Thank you so much. So great to see you again. Welcome to America as always. Yeah. I need to pick your brain for YouTube because we've gone around to some of your rooms and we've been showing these streamer DACs that are, we've got a lot of streamers in the stores, a lot of different brands, but none of them sound quite like yours. And your colleague Morton was telling us, well, Tyler, it's because it's a DAC-less DAC. What does that exactly mean?
Yeah, well, basically, in order to have solid streaming, you would prefer to have data packages.
Okay.
And PCM is a data package.
Sure.
And that allows you to, in the streamer DAC, to have the same kind of error correction that you do in a CD player. Okay. So you have a checksum and you have an ability to recreate if your package is not complete. Package data is in a format, the PCM is in a format that is actually not very good for the DA conversion. So what we do in our streamer DACs is that we simply transform everything to DSD.
Okay.
DSD 512. That means we have 22 million samples a second.
22 megahertz, right?
22 megahertz. Yeah. And that contains a variant of the analog signal. It's contained in that digital signal. So instead of trying to have this resistor ladder to take out the analog signal, what we need to do is low pass filter that, and we do that by summation. So we take 32 samples and have that to be our analog value, and then 122 millionths of a second later, it changes value in a constantly. So it's a continuous process.
Fun fact, Josie made all of these clings. This has been your break. Now back to the technical stuff.
Hello, can you hear me? Kidding.
He's got us. So welcome to the Epiphany Room. It's the 2025 Axpona show, and it's been a great show. And I'm here with Lars Christensen, one of the owners of Audio Group Denmark, and we have an amazing system lined out for you guys. You have some reference speakers here. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're playing?
Yeah, we have the brand new M2. This guy was pushing us. Because we didn't have in mind in the first place to make an M2. But the step going from a stand mount, the M1s, to the M3 in size was a little bit too big for quite a few rooms. Is an M3 still a better speaker than an M2? Yeah, and that's to do with the musical scale of the music. That's what you pay for. But we have the same ribbon planar tweeter, which is top of line. We use it from our C-level speakers to the T and to the M. And then we have, of course, our zirconium basket drivers. And when you mention the word zirconium,
sounds expensive.
You pay. You pay. So it's really high tech. So these are brand new, and we make them to fit into smaller rooms.
Yeah, we've been able to put a few pairs in already, and they are just incredible. I mean, they scale like...
Oh yeah, they have scale bigger than most speakers out there, I think.
Yeah. So that's the global debut. You have a couple other global debuts at this Axpona show.
Yeah, we have these babies.
Beautiful.
BBM. It's not a sub, it's a BBM.
It's a Børresen bass module. I like how you came up with that name. I think...
He's an idiot.
So you like the name?
We have 4 8-inch drivers sitting there in each of them. And they are sitting in a push-pull configuration, so it's based on velocity and not energy impact in the room. We don't want to push the room in resonance, so you need speed instead. So they're based on velocity. We also have analog filter. We don't like to go into the digital domain with our stuff because it's also one of the reasons why we really are not especially fond of subwoofers in general when you have DSP in them. When you go into the digital domain, you have an issue with the time alignment. And because the processing takes maybe 20 or 30 milliseconds, and when the sound travels 343 meters a second, you have an issue because the subs, if it's based on DSP, have to be on the outside of that wall there to compensate for this difference. So even in milliseconds, you will hear it in the time alignment. So these are analog. So we have an analog filter, and we have a few settings. In this case, we roll them, the low pass filter roll them up at 80 hertz in this room.
They sound like they just disappear. The last thing that's a global debut is this baby over here.
Yeah.
And this is the first time that I've ever done analog with you guys. I know we've done some analog in the past, or you've done, but this is unique. This is our favorite line of electronics. It's your 880 series, but this one is called the R880. It stands for phonostage, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. And tell us what's unique about this and what kind of input you're using.
We first of all, we have the optic input for the DS audio cartridges, and they're different from anything else. I also personally find they're in a league of their own. I mean, they are better than anything else I have ever heard in my life. Even from where they start, and this is the second from the top, DS audio cartridge. The reason why I love them more is that the moving mass is half of any moving coil or any moving magnet. So they get more information down in that groove. They also have the chance, you heard it, to change polarity of their nature. So they make fantastic cartridges. We also have two moving coil inputs here and a moving magnet in, and also you can on the fly adjust these carefully to your liking in form of impedance, capacitance, and so on. Then we have two outputs, so you can have a two tone arm on your turntable if you have that, so you can just switch input on your preamplifier.
Very cool. Yeah, it's an exciting piece. What also is really exciting, as you mentioned, the LP12 is absolutely one of your favorites of all time. Maybe the best turntable currently available for a musicality perspective. And I saw Josh and you working really hard mounting this DS cartridge to a Linn LP12 turntable, which I've never seen done before. Maybe someone has, but for me, it's certainly a first and really cool with your phonostage.
Yeah. Since the LP12 came out for 50 years ago, mine is only 40 years old. But, I think you have the drive has to be excellent, and that's what the Linn can do. I mean, that bearing they have is in a league of its own, if it's not air bearing.
Thank you so much for walking us around your system. I see trouble down this hallway. Watch out, watch out. Alert, maybe we should walk the other way. Just don't make eye contact.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't make eye contact. Oh, hey, Walter.
Hey man, listen.
What's up? Yeah, you had Levinson, then Pathos. And then, of course, you ended on the good stuff, the Aavik stuff.
Yeah, well, and what I just tell you guys, I wanted to try as many brands before I got to my final system.
There you go. Smart.
And
Words of wisdom by Walter. That's a good story. He had speakers that were the size of his younger daughter, and she said, "Dad, those are my size speakers." He called me immediately and upgraded to the next size up. So I always thank his daughter for that sale. All right, let's check this room out. Okay, all right. Wow, this is a cool room. Don't worry, we won't put you too much on the spot other than you've had no preparation or warning.
No. Right now what we're listening to is the Naim Unity Nova PE, their Power Edition, providing 150 watts at 8 ohms and 250 watts at 4 ohms. It is an integrated amplifier, streamer, and DAC. It even has HDMI with eARC. We're driving the Focal Utopia Diablo Evos
That finish is stunning on the speaker.
That finish is a special edition.
Okay.
It is a.
Is that not normal? Yeah.
It is not normal. It is a special order, but the guys at Next Level Audio can set you up with that.
True facts right there.
Yep.
Yeah. How's the show been for you?
It's been really, really good. We've actually had several people come through this room today and remark that it's one of the best sounding rooms in the entire show.
Wow. And at 36 grand, that's not inexpensive, of course, but for this show, that's very inexpensive.
That's very affordable for some of the products that are at the show.
We got to stop meeting like this.
Oh man.
Another audio show, another Travis. Hey, what's up?
How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
See you. Good.
Can I hijack your demo for a second?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome, guys. Travis with Audio Group Denmark. He runs the West Coast sales. Travis, tell us what you have in this amazing room.
Oh man, here today we're rocking the Børresen C1 speakers. We got the Aavik U188 that came out here in the last couple years. In addition to an A3 internet switch, A3 power distribution down here on the bottom, and a full loom of A3 cables from wall to wall, in addition to all the bells and whistles of noise cancellation and noise suppressants from Anschutz cables. So
awesome.
Yeah, it's
and
a pretty nice lineup.
And this speaker we've seen at a lot of shows now. This is the C1, right?
Yeah, the C1's gotten a lot of play. People really love it. The thing's hard to keep in stock.
That's what I was going to bring up to, and this is not salesmanship or sales.
No.
These things are like really hard to get.
Yeah.
The whole C series in general.
It's 100%. Everyone wants them. I'm sitting in here for the last 2 days, and we got a great run of things here. We have Axis in one room, we got T1 over in another room, but this is kind of the sweet spot here.
Yeah.
You kind of land in a good place where you get a lot of bang for your buck. It sounds tremendous. It is really a hard to beat combination. It's been a fun room to be in.
Well, Mark Freed, here we are, 2025 Axpona. I've done a lot of audio shows. I have never done one this, I'm not just saying this because you're staying here. I've never done one this busy, this good, this well organized.
Thank you.
Great job. How'd you do it?
Well, first of all, you have to market the show to get not only audiophiles, which are very important, but you got to get young people. You got to get the people who just love music. We've launched car audio as well. We've got the ear gear for people who love personal listening, headphones, and of course we've got the big stuff, which
stuff we love,
stuff that you love and that you bring in from around the world. Actually, you've got we've got every continent here.
Yeah, we've got ourselves. We've got Scotland, France, and Denmark here.
It's an international show because of people like you, and I appreciate you bringing them in. But also, if you ride the elevators, there's all different languages being spoken.
Very
so
cool.
There's people that are coming in from everywhere. So
awesome. Well, I know we just caught you in the hallway. I just wanted to say hi. Great job. I know it's a ton of work, and we're grateful for what you do, man. Awesome job.
Thank you for what you do.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay.
I am here with my good friend Katie Wilson of Linn Products. Welcome, Katie.
Hey, Tyler. Thank you for having us.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Can you walk us through this amazing system? Tell us what we have going on and teach the viewers a little bit about what you guys do at Linn.
Absolutely. So we have a really unusual and quite unique system here today, comprising of a select DSM Classic hub paired with our pair of Towers 150 loudspeakers. Now, this system was released just in August last year, so it's still relatively new. But what's really unique about this is how the select DSM source, our streamer here, is modular. So you have the option of adding up to 3 cartridges or modules into this, and today we have this configured with 3 amplifier cartridges, meaning our 3-way loudspeaker is being run active by one box over here.
That's pretty cool. So you never really outgrow a select DSM.
So you can upgrade the DAC if you want better and better performance as your system evolves.
Now this is a special piece because this is what you guys are truly famous for. I mean, I know you guys also make nice streamers and things like that, but tell us a little bit about what we're listening to.
Absolutely, it's all about the source with Linn, right? This is the starting point. This is the start of it all. Back in 1973, our founder started the business with the LP12 turntable. What's unique about it is it's a single point bearing, so it has one point where that record is just going to spin around. And what's really cool about this is every single part is modular down to the bearing. So in 2020, I think it was, we launched carousel bearing, and it was the first bearing upgrade since about 1991, and everyone has gone wild for it because it's the smallest upgrade we do, it's one of the least expensive upgrades we do, but it makes the biggest sonic difference. Every turntable since 1973 that Linn has made can be upgraded to current modern day specification, so you can get today's technology. You know, 30% of Linn's company is R&D people, so we have a huge amount of engineers relative to the size of the company, and they're working every day to try and get more from the groove of the record. But certainly over the next 5 years, we're looking to develop our speakers and our amplifiers. We launched the 360 flagship live speakers a few years ago for our 50th anniversary. Yep. We've just launched the 150s that I mentioned
These are just
earlier.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we have a bookshelf version too, which is a two-way speaker. So yeah, we'll be filling in those mid-range, absolutely.
Sounds like more speakers and more amplifiers to come.
Watch this space.
I have the event director, Liz Smith here. How are you doing, Liz? Thank you.
Thanks, I'm doing great.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. You guys are putting on a phenomenal show.
Thank you.
We do, our company, Next Level HiFi, we do probably 5 shows a year. So we travel everywhere.
Yeah.
This is by far the best show. And I'm not saying that because you're standing here, Liz, and you're a nice person. So.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you guys are crushing it. It's a great venue.
Yes, it's a very unique venue.
Yeah.
It's like really unique for a hi-fi show.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've got to ask,
Yeah.
and this will be helpful to the whole industry. How are you getting so many good folks in here? You know, it seems like different ages, different demographics, different geographical. How are you doing it? What's the secret?
I love music. I'm not an audiophile, but
Sure.
I love music, and you know, I've been working on this show for like 10 years now, and I'm also really curious. So I think all of those things really come together where I'm trying different marketing tactics, different stuff to build awareness, because when I started working on this show, that was the biggest thing, was get new people here, something new. Like if I hear something's kind of trending, we check it out. So I mean, stuff that we did different this year was we added car audio. It's really by design to help bring more people in, because it's another feature, it's bringing more value to the past. There are amazing systems everywhere. Like, I mean, your rooms are always fantastic.
Thank you.
And, you know, amazing systems everywhere, but we just wanted a place that we could point people, that they could get something entry level and get some guidance on that.
Well, we appreciate your partnership with Next Level HiFi. You guys have been great partners, and great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
What an amazing Saturday. We're all super hungry. I can't wait to get dinner over at Shaw's Seafood.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in for Axpona 2025. We covered a lot of new stuff, so let us know your thoughts in the comments.